Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm your host, pilot, lead singer, and driver of the airplane, Uncle B. Today, we are in the DC-3. I'm going to go down the coast of Chile, taking off from Sierra Charlie Alpha Tango, Desierto de Atacama, and we're heading to Arturo, Merino, Benitez International, SCEL. The route... There we go. We're gonna hit this waypoint here. Tango Oscar Yankee. That is a VOR DME. It's got about 130 nautical mile range. So as we get closer, we should start picking up the frequency for that, and then we're gonna turn a little bit inland, and we're going to intercept this VOR DME right here. This has got a 40 nautical mile range, so this one should cover us from here almost all the way to here, and then this one will take over. We should pick up the frequency here, the code for that, and then we only have like less than 30 nautical miles to come into our destination. Hoping that it's pretty nice scenery. We'll see. But that's our plan for today. Hopefully it all goes well. I don't know what happened with the DC-6 yesterday. It just totally went bonkers on me. I tried to recover the aircraft. It just suddenly dropped altitude, just spun out of control. And that was the end of that. So I don't know what happened. So give it a few minutes. I'll be right back. I'm going to refill my water, and we'll get started. All right, I'm back. I had to make a quick trip to the little captain's room before I settle back into the chair. All right, let's go ahead and get going here. If we finish this one fairly quickly, like within a couple hours, I'll do the short as well, which is one I've done. It This was one, the short one, Manhattan to Hayes, was done. Hello, Mela. Like earlier this week, a couple days ago, it seems like. So I don't know why we're doing it again, but it is the short for the day again. So anyway, let's go ahead and get things set up here. Get this on. Let's get our tanks. Oh, let's fill up first. Let's just add a little bit of fuel just to be on the safe side. We'll go to 60%. Just to have that little extra. Let's get this out the way. Left main. Right main. Put on the ground power. Alright, there we go. Let's get that there, that there. Let's get the that on. Alright, there we go. There's one. Oops, I forgot the fuel pumps. Alright, there's that. Let's get our batteries on. That on. Let's get our lights on. I think we can turn off the pumps now. And we're going to put that to trail. Let's see. Let's get rid of that too so we can kind of see stuff. And let's go to our altitude. I'm going to about 12,000 feet just to be safe. We may increase that if needed. We're going to have a high frequency signal beacon first. Our first one is going to be on a frequency of 11550. Get this thing to lay flat enough for me. There we go. Oh, it's already there. Perfect. And then the second one, 11390. Perfect. All right. Let's see. Is that plugged in down here? It is. Look at that. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to try not to use this. We're going to put this on our message thingy, so we won't see our distances. We're gonna try to fly it like we should. Oh, let me turn on the there we go. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh, we can get rid of the ground power. Compass light on. That on. Get a little light just in case things go crazy. All right. I think we are all set. Not sure which way we're taking off from, but that's okay. on a heading of 194. So what we'll do is we'll dial in our runway heading once we're down on our runway, and then we'll. I think that's what we'll try to do. We'll see if this works. Not sure where. I hear something turning, but I don't know where. This may not work like I expect it to. Yeah, I don't see anything turning. Alrighty then. We may have to use this. Alright. Let's talk to okay, so that's that over there. This may not go quite the way I expect it to. We may have to utilize this after all. Yeah, okay, so we're going up here. Seems like, all right. No, we're going down that way. I think that's what, yeah, that's what it looks like. Let's see if my, oh, did I not? Oh, that's why. See, normally it does it, it gets rid of all that stuff on its own. What's new, Amela? You doing all right? Once we get in the air and get on our way, we're going to talk about the. Been watching some videos about the new sim in the career mode. Pardon me, I had to sneeze real quick. Learning from some of the folks who have been doing the career mode, some of their mistakes already. And we'll talk about that. Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, we've just had some really cold weather recently. That's what was turning. So let's reset this to 0. Yeah, it's been really cold at night, early in the morning. That's what's been. Oops. All right. That's interesting. But yeah, can't go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's been nuts here. Poor kitty cat's been coming inside at night. She's co-opted Apollo's towel that he sleeps on when he's in the kitchen. So she's cuddled up on that. He's not too happy, but he's not being overly fussy about it either. But yeah. Alright, so what we're going to have to do is once we take off, we're going to hang a turn and get back on the line. We're going to probably have to hand fly it a little bit. Start climbing to our altitude of 12,000 feet. If we have to go higher, we'll go higher, but we'll shoot for 12. Can you hear everything okay, Amela? Does it sound good? I had to reconnect my microphone to OBS apparently. So I don't want to make sure everything else sounds good. Sound okay? Looks okay? Perfect, thank you. You get a gold star for helping out. Alright, got that locked. Alright, so it looks like... Yeah, so it looks like what we got to do... Yeah, we're going to have to hang a left turn here to get on track. Alright. Fair enough. Well, hey, I like to reward hard workers. Good workers. Okay, let's go. Tail is up, and the dance begins. All right, we are up and away. Let's get the gear up. Away we go. Alright, should be coming up on the... There's our airport. And away we go. Oh, don't climb too fast too soon. Gotta keep the nose down. We don't want to stall out just after taking off. Alright. Feet per minute. There we go. Let's go ahead and close the close those. All right, there we go. We are on our way. That's interesting. It doesn't give you a message on the heading. $185. Hi, Amela. I mean, Bex. Give me just a second, just getting everything dialed in here. There we go. All right. Hello, Bex. How are you? I had leftover stuffed salmon last night for dinner. Let's get our... I'm going to turn the lights off, I think. Oh. Yeah, I got it at Sam's Club when we went on Wednesday. It was the only one that they had, and so I got it and just finished it off yesterday. So, good. Glad to hear it, Bex. $193. See, it almost says like 194 magnetic. Wonder what our weather's looking like. Ooh, a little bit of a tailwind. Nice. Yeah, I try to get stuff that's easy to make from either Publix or from Sam's. You know, something I can just throw in the oven and be done with it. Let's see. Oh, so career mode. Well, I'll wait till the ads are done and we'll talk about the career mode. As I watched a video this morning that's pretty instructive, shall we say. Get that going. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, like I'm trying not to eat too much junk food, like going to Jack's or to Wendy's or something like that. It's not. I'm trying to get away from that if I can. It's it's easier said than done, but yeah, it's sometimes it's just convenient, but it's not healthy. You know. All right, so what did I say the range was? 130. So we got a little bit more to go till we should start hearing the three-letter code for Tango Oscar Yankee. It's 194 mile. No wait, 185 nautical miles. So we've got 100 and we've already done quite a bit. It's 166 nautical miles to get there. So we're doing pretty good so far. We got a nice tailwind, it seems. Let's get our picture real quick. Oh, I kind of like that just the way it is. Well, what's our decision height for our charts? Approach 1.7 right. Do we have a decision height? Okay. Well, I don't think it goes that high. But we're just going to go put it to the max. All right, ads are going to be playing, and we'll pick up the conversation after the ads are over. Someone's I think that pilot back there was on the ground when I spawned in. I'm guessing they're going to take the A320 down the coast here to our destination. Let's go. Info. Uh-oh. Why did not work? Don't tell me this thing is not working again. ATC bots unavailable. Okay. Oh, of all the things, God bless it. All right. Well, I didn't realize that wasn't going to be working. I might have to reconnect it, but we're not going to try to do all that. Well, I think we can actually. Let's try to work on this. Why is it not working? Okay, let's see. Get this working again. Ah, shoot. There we go. Okay. I guess every once in a while I gotta redo the there we go. Got it. I guess every so often the key resets. You got to get a new one. All right. In about 11 nautical miles, should start hearing our code for our. All right, I think you guys are back. If you're back, if you're not watching ads, let me know so I can get on with the conversation. I think the ads are done, but it may have popped up saying that the ads were done, but I was otherwise engaged. Okay, perfect. So, career mode. I was watching a video this morning about the career mode, and it is going to be a bit of a grind. You have to earn certifications, and you have to earn um, money in order to buy more planes. There seems to be a bit of a bug. Now, next week on either the 10th or the 12th, we should get a big update for the new sim. What I've heard suggested is that you should uninstall 2024, and then reinstall it again. I'm going to do that whenever they announce that the update's available. I just may uninstall it today on the drive that I have it on, and then reinstall it when the new updates release next week. They don't know which day exactly. It's either going to be that Tuesday or that Thursday. So, that's what it's supposed to fix. A lot of things. Part of it is people are speculating is there's a lot of problems with the career mode currently, and they're hoping that this update will fix some of those issues, if not all of them. But only time will tell. So, I feel I was kind of conflicted, to be honest. I was gonna, I've talked about doing, getting on the new sim on the 4th of January. I was a bit skeptical of that, but I feel a little bit more confident about it now. I still have to go in and map all of the stuff on my Honeycomb Alpha and Bravo. So that's the only other thing that I have to worry about ahead of the new sim. Some people have been able to get their heads around it real quick. Other people have had nothing but problems. It's kind of hit and miss, and that's the difficult part about all this. Is it seems like you just never know when you're going to run into problems or not. So it sounds like doing the in-sim flight school doesn't really help you with anything unless you're really brand new, sturdy foam. I already got the best viewers. Get out of here with that crap. So it doesn't help you in any way to do any of that unless you're new and you're just like, I don't know up from down, left from right, how to. It goes through the kind of rudimentary process of flying if you've never. Yeah, exactly. So I think what we're going to do is you have to get your private pilot's license in the career mode. You got to get that first, and then you got to get your commercial pilot's license, and then you can start doing more stuff to earn money in order to get the stuff. Okay, buy more planes and all that. So from what I heard today, the tourist stuff now, unless they change it, doing tourist sightseeing flights, you don't hardly make any money doing that. The money's in cargo and VIP at first. But you may have to do the sightseeing stuff in order to get more money to buy another plane, in order to advance your career. But you have to have insurance. You have to pay for maintenance and all that. So it's not it's going to take time. So I think what I'll do is on the 4th, hopefully by then I'll have all my stuff mapped out. I'm gonna work on that after the update next week, so that way I can get all the stuff should be fixed, whatever needs to be fixed. They did do a Q&A session, I think Wednesday. Yeah, didn't watch it, but I've heard a lot about it. I'm glad I didn't watch it, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, but we're getting two local legends and two famous flyer aircraft for free next year. Two of those four have already been named. They'll be the first local legend and famous flyer released next year sometime. And then there's two more yet to be named or whatever. No, on the new one. I'm still on the old one. On the new one, so we're getting an update next week, a big update. I'm going to try to map everything after that because I'm going to delete the sim today, wait for the new update, download it again, and then I'm going to work on mapping all my buttons and everything so that when we start on the 4th of January, hopefully we can hit the ground running. But Jorg has said in the new sim, to make up for the disastrous launch, we're getting 4 free planes, 2 local legends, and 2 famous flyers. So that's it. That's what they're offering to make up for the botched launch of 2024. I know to them it's not a lot of money. They're not losing anything really by doing this. But, that to them that's their way of making up for things. But anyway, so career mode starting on the 4th of January. If you have a new sim and it's working for you and you're going to fly with me, I would recommend, if you're not sure or you just need a little bit of refresher, do the in-sim. It is, but it isn't. It's one of those. I know what they're trying to make up for it, but I think it's a bit like, it's like when you want Levi jeans and you get the Kmart jeans instead. When you're a kid, you want the fashionable stuff, but your parents are like, well, they're jeans, right? It does, what difference does it make what labels on it? It's, I mean, something's better than nothing, but it feels kind of, I don't know. I don't know that I don't know that people, some people are going to kind of feel like it wasn't enough, like, how do you, what can you really do? You could say, well, the first year of stuff is free. Do I think they could eat that cost? Yeah, and it still wouldn't hurt them financially. But they're like 4 planes. Okay, well, it just feels kind of, I don't know. I don't know the word to describe it, to be honest. It's like, it's like a somebody who cheats on their significant other and then just says, well, here I bought you this rose and here you go. Sorry. That's it. I get what they're trying to do, but it also just feels kind of empty at the same time. I don't know. But anyway, I was surprised that they actually did the Q&A. As pissed as people were, I'll give York and the team props for going on and facing the music. That's not an easy thing to do in any way, shape, or form. So I'll give them props for that. But it it does seem kind of there's a feeling of tone deafness. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Like, oh, I wouldn't have cheated on you if you hadn't, if you had just, it's that's just how it's like that. I can't escape the feeling, and I don't hold any. I don't hate Yorg or any of the folks working for Asobo or Microsoft. I don't. They're human beings. They're flawed just like anybody else. But I can't help but escape the feeling of. I can't escape the feeling of like this is a toxic relationship. You know, and it just they make a lot of they try to do the goodwill thing and oh it'll be fine, it's okay, we still love you guys, and it's just I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm older and I see through some of the stuff, for lack of a better term. And and again, I'm trying not to be belittling or whatever, but it just feels kind of hollow, you know? But, I'll give them credit for trying something, but you know, it is what it is. We'll make the best of the new sim once we get started. And it may turn out to be way better than we could ever have hoped for. Do I expect that? No, not at all. I'm not going to get my hopes up. Um, you know, I feel, I was telling somebody the other day, I bought the Aviator edition, and that's a lot of money. And I feel like a complete dumbass, pardon my French, for giving them that kind of money. My gut told me just get the standard edition. You don't need all the. And I thought, no, I want all the bells and whistles. I want the kitchen sink too. And I feel stupid for that. I really do. And this was, and it's just one of those, you got to learn a lesson sometimes that, I should have listened to my gut when I thought, no, I don't need all this stuff. Well, no, it'll be fine. It'll be great. It'll be okay. I should have listened to my gut instinct and said, yep, you're right. Let's just wait. Or I could have waited. It wasn't like I had to have it right away. And some people, made that choice. They're like, I don't know. Let me just wait and see. And they were smart. They were like, I'm glad I didn't rush out and buy it because it's been nothing but a hot mess. So we'll get started on it. The only thing being, the career mode is not multiplayer. That's the only drawback. So I'm hoping Mick will have his computer ready by in January. No, I'm not going to even attempt it. No, it's okay. I'm gonna eat it. I'm just gonna, basically. Hold on. Well, I heard somebody knocking on my door. I'm not gonna try to get a refund or whatever because I'm gonna stick it out one way or the other. I'm hoping it'll be fixed. I think it will be. How in-depth the fixes will be remains to be seen. They kind of explained why everything happened the way it did in November with the launch. So it's just, I'm not even gonna try to make that, get a refund and walk away from it. I'm gonna hope for the best and expect the worst. And if it becomes unmanageable, we still have a sim that works in 2020, so we can always fly in 2020 if we want. So we can do it that way. So I will keep 2020 on the back burner if 2024 continues to have or develops more problems where it's just impossible to deal with. So that's okay. But the what was I going to say? So we're just going to make the best of it. It may not be perfect. It probably never will be. We'll just do what we can. I'm hoping Mick, but see that's what I was getting to. I'm waiting on Mick's computer to get fixed. So then we've already kind of scouted out an area in Florida for us to work from. But we both have to get our private pilot's license first, and then our commercial license and all that. But he will have his own company separate from mine. So it's a matter of, at that point, it's kind of a matter of what does he want out of it versus what I want out of it. So it'll become it's more personalized. What he may want to do is different than what I want to do, and that's okay. We'll try to do some of the same stuff, but I've already looked at, cargo's a big money maker, VIP transportation's a money maker, and then I want to branch into medevac because I think that'll be kind of a money maker over time. And so we'll kind of have a little bit of everything. I still want to do helicopters. I'm hoping to be able to do that eventually. I think that'll be kind of, just try to diversify things a little bit. I'm not really worried about being an airline pilot. I know that's the ultimate goal, but if we don't get there, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. So we'll have a little bit of everything. As far as general aviation goes, cargo stuff, all that. I think that's where I feel comfortable living now in the sim versus I don't want to, we could do a free flight in the airliner every once in a while, but I'd like to focus on the career and enjoy that journey. If we get to the point of being an airline pilot, great, but it's not we'll see if we can do it. If we can, we will. If not, it's not a big deal. But it's going to take time. That's the only thing. It's going to be a bit of a grind. So, but it's just kind of like farming or anything like that. Truck simulator, for instance. How much you want out of it is what you put into it. I think that's the main takeaway that I've gotten out of the career mode so far is that if you want the most out of it, the best experience, the most money, you're going to have to spend some time doing it. So that's what we're going to try to do. So thankfully, some of the people who are bigger streamers have already kind of talked about their experiences so far and what people can do to kind of learn from those experiences. So hopefully I learn from their mistakes, don't repeat them, kind of have a better understanding of what to do and what not to do. And I think if some of the fixes are coming in that they're hoping for, it's going to be even better, I think. But we'll see. I am curious. I'm still going to Flight Sim Expo next year. I'm curious to see how... I want to read the room when Jorg is there. I want to get a feeling of have people kind of either forgiven him and moved on, or people going to hold a bit of a grudge still 6 or 7 months later. Are they going to be nice, but they're not going to be overly friendly to him? I'm just curious to see what's the vibe when I get there. That'll be, I'm very interested in seeing how that is. So we'll see. What's my speed right now? 168. So we're doing pretty good. So yeah, I'd be interested to see how that goes. Um, After that, so yeah, we're just gonna try to make the best of it. I know it's a hard thing to do when you feel like you've been jerked around, for lack of a better term, maybe misled a little bit. I don't, whatever you want to call it, cheated on. I'm sorry, I shouldn't use that analogy, but it just feels like it does kind of have a toxic relationship feel to it. But we'll see if we can turn the frown upside down. But that'll be up to us, not them. That's my my feeling on the matter. It'll be up to us, not them, to do that. So let's talk a little bit about that. For those of you who are on my Discord, I posted a couple. Twisted, who's I talk with him, fly with him every once in a while over on Kev Sim Corner's channel. A shout out to Kev. I think it's Kev. Yep. He's in the convoy stream sometimes. He's also flying a little bit here and there with us. He did a couple songs for me. I didn't ask. He just did them for fun. I'll preface this. I'll say this, or not preface. I'll say it this way. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I don't want anybody to get that idea in their head that I'm some sort of egotistical. Do I do well every once in a while? Yes. Does it feel good? Absolutely. It does. Not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna be the best, or I'm not gonna be great all the time. Make mistakes just like everybody else. It happens. It's okay. But if I could get a stream deck and all that set up, that will be my intro song. But I don't want people to think that I'm being egotistical or anything like that. No, I do well sometimes. Other times I come up short, just like everybody else. I try to learn from it and move on. All right, we're getting ready to go into ad break. Once the ad break's over, somebody let me know that the ads are over, and we'll continue the conversation. Oh, here I am talking, and I'm muted. Hello, Mick. Thank you, Mela. I didn't realize I had muted my mic. I think I sneezed or something and forgot to put the mic back on. Thank you. Well, see, there we go. Let's start this all over again. Hello, Mick. So what I was saying was, when I was in the military, somebody had said, when you leave when you move on from an organization, and this was probably more so in the military than anywhere, but it applies in any facet of life. You want to leave the in a better place than when you than a when you found it or when you arrived. It's not always easy to do because there's always going to be people who are going to stand in the way of that. They don't want things to get better because it wasn't their idea, whatever the case may be. So I've been thinking about meditating, whatever you want to call it, on that premise alone of being better, And my hope always is that, and we're going to try to do, as we move into 2025, my hope is that when you guys come into the chat stream, whatever, that when we part ways at the end of the stream, that you feel better. You're in a better place, however you want to describe it. Maybe you had a laugh, and because you hadn't laughed in a while, you learned something, whatever it is. If you leave feeling better, or whatever, then when we started the stream, then that's great. That's my goal, and it always will be. Will it always come across that way? No, it won't, because not everybody is in a mental place where, place mentally, I should say, where you are going to be receptive to that. And that's okay. That's on you. That's not necessarily on me. I mean, I can say and do all kinds of stuff, but if you are not in a place mentally to get there, well, that's really on you. I can't change that. Only you can. So, but that's my big wish is that, when we part ways at the end of every stream, that you leave feeling better. Or you learn something and you're like, oh, I never knew this, or whatever it is. So, that's my goal. Okay. It's not always going to be easy. There's times I'm probably going to come up a little bit short in trying to explain the concepts or whatever the case may be of what we're trying to do. Okay. So, but that's my goal. Okay. And I didn't really think about it until part of it was the song that I really like the second version of the song. If you guys have listened to it, let me know which one you think. I'm really digging the second version of the Uncle B song. And if I can, once I get more streaming stuff kind of set up, I will not be getting a camera. Don't ask me. Don't ask me to do that. I'm not going to do it. Because I like to be able to sit here, roll my eyes if I want to. Because if you guys see me roll my eyes, they'll be like, oh, okay. No, see, there we go. Mick always leaves knowing a little bit more about the United States. That's a good thing. But if I can get a stream deck and everything, and I can create a start screen and all that, that will be my start screen song. I just like the vibe of it, especially the second one. So that's what we're going to shoot for. And then, yeah, it's not a beauty pageant because it just invites more people to make ridiculous comments that don't need to be made. Life's tough enough as it is. We don't need people coming in and going, oh, you're like a... No, we don't need all that. And I don't want to give them, I don't want to give people that sort of opportunity either, you know. So, anyway, so that's the plan. But no, I don't want, you know, I was thinking about it. I love the song. I'm glad, you know, I'm really thankful that somebody, it's an AI generated song. They just take a couple of keywords, plug it in, and then the AI generates a song about somebody or a situation or whatever, right? So Kev is Twisted has been making all kinds of songs about, you know, like Kev had somebody come in his chat like a couple weeks back saying that he looked old or whatever, something like that. And so Twisted made a song about it. Or maybe Kev did, I forget. So whenever something happens in the chat, it automatically gets turned into a song. I think that's pretty cool. Um, so no, I was thinking about it, and I didn't want anybody to think that I was uh, becoming an egomaniac or a, you know, anything like that. No, I I'm thankful for it. I really am. It's pretty cool that somebody took the time just to. I know it's not a big deal as far as time goes. It's just, you know, putting some words in there, but I like the message in it in the respect that if you, I want everybody to be better than they were today. You know, like when we start the stream, or if you're flying with me, I want you to be better than you were when we took off. And if there's a way I can help you be better, then I will. But, but, let me caveat that. Let me piggyback off what the commander said. I don't. Let's see. What was our heading of? Wait, that wasn't the heading. 169. Why did I think that was the heading? 169. Okay. But I don't, what I am not going to do, I I will help anybody, right? But I'm not going to um there comes a point where you have to be willing to do your own work. You know, that was the difficult part when I was a uh, a tutor. You know, you want people to do their work. You want to help them, but you can't do the work for them because otherwise you don't get anything out of it, right? So I will help if somebody says, "Hey, can you help me with this?" I will do my best, but you have a role to play in that, right? You have to be willing to do some of the work on your end. I can't do it all for you. And it's, you know, there's people out there that will say, "Oh, he never helped me." No, that's not necessarily true, is it? I can only go so far. If you're not willing to do your part in it, that's more about you than it is me. Just saying. You know. So I don't want people to think that I'm gonna, you know, I'll bend over backwards so far, but I need you to meet me at least halfway. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit without getting too whatever you want to call it. But the great thing is, sometimes I learn from other people, and that's a great thing. You know, I think. I don't know everything. I try to know a little bit about a lot of stuff, but I don't know everything. At least I try to be interesting enough that if you bring up a topic of conversation in the chat, yeah, we'll try to talk about it. But if I'm like, yeah, I don't know anything about that, I'll be like, you got me on that one. I couldn't tell you. I'm not going to try to BS you. I'm like, oh, yeah. Well, if I don't know, I don't know. I'm not afraid to admit I don't know. So, there we go. All right, looks like we get about 43 minutes left in the flight. Well, I didn't change the frequencies, did I? Oops, a daisy. See, I got talking in. That one changed. Looks like, oh, it automatically changed, I think, when I changed it up here. So, that's my goal. And hopefully either I meet that goal or I exceed it. We'll see. We'll find out. We'll find out one way or the other. Let's see what our wind is looking like now. Are we still got a, oops, tailwind or not? Oop. Come on. Oh, look at that, a 31 knot tailwind. I like it. Hopefully that helps push us along a little bit better. So yeah, that's my take on things. I think we're going to go back to the main tanks to finish off the flight. It's got the most fuel in it. We're probably going to be just almost on. Yeah, 39% of fuel left. I probably should have gone up a little bit more. I think we're okay. With that tailwind, we should get there a little bit quicker. If that's the case, then we're going to do one more quick flight. We'll get in the Vertigo and hop over into Kansas, zip across Kansas to Hayes, and land it there, and then we'll call it a day. So you get 2 flights for the price of 1. And you get to see me in the Vertigo again. Yay, us. But also next year, I think this is going to be something that Navigraph is going to talk about at Flight Sim Expo next year, and that's another reason why I'm really keen on going. Is this? They've got their own Flight Sim Academy that they are going to use. The new, it'll be part of FS 2024. I kind of feel like, and I could be wrong, but I kind of feel like this is going to be probably almost a bit better than what's happening, what we'll go through in 2024 to begin with. I kind of get that feeling. I could be wrong. It could be on par. It could be above. It could be way better. It could be below par, substandard. I don't know. Hopefully it's going to be phenomenal. But we'll see. But I did put my name on the email list. As more info comes out. But if I can show that off while we stream as well, and you get even more information, you learn more out of it, that's a win-win situation as far as I'm concerned. So, we'll see what we can do. Well, I gotta get the oh, I can get rid of that. Delete. Oh, come on. But anyway, that's the plan. Well, I can hear the beeping of something. I think it's the one we just left. That's weird that we... It's not the active freak, but I can hear it. Another ad break coming in. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Oh, okay, that's picking up something. Okay, that's pointing behind us because we're still picking up the one that we just flew over a little while ago. Oh, look at that. Nice tailwind. So where that Phil Aldock is, that should be where our destination is, just on the other side of that range of the very farthest part there in front of us. Oh, look, there's snow over there. Off the left wingtip. I don't know what else to talk about now. Yeah, kind of figured it was over, just over that mountain range should be our destination. So I could see the coastline. Well, well, well. Look who it is. Hello, Joseph. What's new, Joseph? Just found her Christmas delivery in the recycle. Wow. Well, you know, that's got Joseph written all over it. Hey, Joseph, how you doing? So I'm going to need you to come in this Saturday and come in today and go find out what happened to Mick's Christmas package. Okay? Went out yesterday. Uh-oh. I don't know if we want to know the details about that or not, Joseph. Pretty much. It was my dad leaving due yesterday. What? That doesn't make any sense, Joseph. Is your dad going away forever for something, or I don't know. I don't want to ask too many questions. Because I may get answers that still don't make any sense. I know what it is, Mick. Bex told the delivery person, just put it in the bin. He'll never know it was there. Oh, he was retiring. He had a retirement party. Is that what? Okay. Well, hopefully he enjoys retirement. Good for him. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it the least bit. Dodgy landings. Getting a phenomenal landing despite dodgy winds and all that. That almost sounds like a challenge. It was a late one. Oh boy. I don't know what to tell you, Joseph, but hopefully he enjoyed it. And hopefully he enjoys retirement. Just try not to do him in. He worked very hard all these years. Yeah, but that's why he gets paid the big bucks by the subscribers. Well, I can only imagine he must be ranting right now. I do like a good old Jerry rant. Those are fun every once in a while. Oh, there's times when he goes off on a rant and I just sit here and laugh. Oh my God. Yeah, I do like watching his shows. They're really good. Very educational. Oh no, education. I can't handle education. I don't want to learn anything. Mm. You're in the wrong ambush site then. We like to learn. I didn't even know that the ads were playing. Oops, daisy. Here I am talking my butt off. All right, about 80 nautical miles to go to our less than 25 minutes. Yeah, we got enough time to do one more flight in. No, why don't you talk to Santiago? I don't want to talk to Santiago. My goodness, so needy. Goodbye. Yes. Yes. That is correct, good sir. Four aircraft total. Two of them will be famous flyers, and two of them will be local legends. Yay! Big update coming next week. Supposed to fix a lot of issues. When we're done, I'll send you a link to a YouTuber that was his video about the career mode that I was watching at the butt crack of dawn this morning. Very informative. I'll let you watch it and you let me know what you think. But yeah, they had the Q&A session with Jorg, Marcel, and Seb. They did a Q&A session on Wednesday for about a little over an hour. And as I said earlier, I give them props for doing it. That is not an easy, when there's things are a hot mess, it's not easy to go in front of anybody, whether it's virtually or not, and say, we screwed up. So I will give them props for that. But my feeling is we're going to try to make the best of the new sim. There's fixes coming. Is it going to be perfect? No, but we'll get the most out of it that we can. That's the plan. Everybody's welcome to come along for the journey. You can join in, or you can say, I'm just gonna watch from the sidelines. Whatever you want to do, it's okay. That's quite all right by me. Let's see what our fuel is looking like. Ooh, 33% left. But yeah, That's the plan. I still don't. I don't think I'll ever trust them again, though. As I said earlier in the stream before you popped in, Mick, I feel like a complete dumbass for giving them the money for the Aviator edition. I already got the best viewers there, Unfamiliar Thriller. Thanks anyway. On, you can jog on. That's perfectly fine. Well, do you have a time frame yet on that, Mick? Is there a ETA, TBD, XYZ? ABC? It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Or you don't know. If you don't know, that's okay. But tell Pulse to get the scientific calculator out and start calculating. So when he gets a hold of that thing, he already has a Formula 8 plan in place. The only thing the only thing I wish, the career mode still isn't multiplayer driven. It's very individualized. No, nothing, but we're working on it to get Pulse to look at it. Okie doke. So, okay. Dang. Well. Huh. Yes. There's some other issues with the AI. Yeah. Hopefully, there's a big fix coming in either the 10th or the 12th next week. People are hoping that will fix a lot of the issues. So I don't know. I'm going to uninstall the game later today, and then when the new updates release next week, I'm going to reinstall it then and start working on getting my Alpha and Bravo set up. So I'm going to take a wild guess here. The chances of you being ready by January is kind of, I don't know that you would be ready to get started on the 4th of July. No, just the mountains are close. I just like to make people nervous, you know. We're fine. we're good. No, we're going to start dropping altitude here in a little bit. We're going to get past this mountain range first. And then we'll start dropping altitude. Our airport's at a little over 1,000 feet in altitude, so we got to get down to about 5,000 feet roughly. So it's going to be a bit of a steep descent into our destination. If we have to go around while we drop altitude, that's exactly what we'll do. It's okay. I think we've got enough petrol in the tank. So yeah, January might be out of the question then, I'm guessing, right, Mick? You okay. Well, dang. So it could be by summertime next year at the rate it's going. There's no telling. I'm trying to think now. It hurts my brain. Thinking too much. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of grinding to do. But the only problem is that it's not like you can share the grind either, where you can partner up with. It's not like in ATS or ETS where your convoy partners help bring in money to the trucking company. I guess in a way. Because my understanding is you have to go in order to get you have to go through the career mode to get your private pilot's license, and then you get your commercial pilot's license, and then more jobs open up, and you get more opportunities for other certifications, which means more money down the road overall. Um, crackers on. Do I get cheese with the crackers too? Do I get some of that cheddar you get from the place where you go for the caves? The aged cheddar and all that. Um, well, at least Joseph laughed. um, predictive text so annoying. I know what you meant. um, okay. Well, see, then I can still do the quote unquote NSIM flight school because we can cover some of the basics before we get into the career mode and go after our private pilot's license. So the way I'm thinking about it now is we have a good foundation, right? We do the ground school stuff, start our learning there, and so when we get into the career mode, then we can hopefully all of that kind of the knowledge we will gain from the NSIM flight school will transfer over into our private pilot's license stuff. Or at least we'll have a foundation of what we can do, what to expect, or what, we'll have some knowledge ahead of time. Instead of, I mean, we already have the knowledge, but it's better to go back and unlearn the bad habits, if that makes sense. Okay. So I think that's what I'll do then on the 4th. We'll start on the NSIM flight school first, and then we'll expand from there. hopefully by the time I get done with that and going over, because you can write, I know you love writing notes, Mick, so you can write some notes of stuff to remember. So when we get into career mode and get started there, then at least you have some kind of a background understanding of what we're getting ready to get ourselves into. So I think that's what we'll do. If that makes sense. I think we're close enough. We should be able to talk to our destination. Well, maybe not just yet. There it is, right there. All right, let's start getting some altitude dropped here. Okay, I got it down to about 5. Let's open our... Yep, exactly. Yeah, saves me reading the manual, so to speak. All right, perfect then. I can do that. We will. That's our game plan then. All right, and that's what we'll do starting on the 4th, and then we'll once you're ready, then we'll hop into the career mode and get going on that. I think the career mode will be better by the time hopefully your PC's ready to go, and yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and... All right, so yeah, that's what we'll do then. Yeah, exactly. And we can work through it. It's okay, because then if there's any sort of if there's stuff that I've covered or something that I did that didn't make sense, we can go over it again. That's quite all right. We're not in a rush necessarily. We got time, you know. So, um, so yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Oh, I think Valpo just took off from our destination. Let's see how far. All right, so it's right there. I'm gonna intercept that VOR first, and then we're gonna turn. Of course, the ads are coming in. Well, that's okay. We got like 30 nautical miles to get to the airport, roughly. I'm gonna start dropping some flaps. Boy, look at this. Boy, that looks like that would be fun to harvest. Coming soon to Farm Sim 2025. Chile in the mountains. In a Tesla taxi. Why doesn't he just tell me that himself? Oh my goodness. Oh, that young man, I tell you. It was hard for you to say it. Okay. If you say so, Joseph, it's okay. If I would have figured it out eventually. Never a dull moment in the chat. Well, that's awesome, Joseph. I didn't know that they had those, but that's pretty cool. I don't know. See, if I was going to go to the UK and I wanted to ride in a taxi, I'd want to ride in one of the original taxis, not a Tesla. Not that Teslas aren't cool, but I want that authentic experience, It's just not the same. All right, what's our final heading for our runway? 177. Now we do have, oh, you know what we could do? Let's do that. Would you just call me Joseph? No. Nah. Okay, there we go. We're turning towards the airport now. What we're going to do is we're going to hit the ILS frequency. Dial in 177. 177. All right. Still dropping a little bit of altitude here. Drop a little bit more flaps. Oh, it was you're talking about like an Uber or something, not a actual London taxi. Well, that's still pretty cool. Okay, that makes sense now. All right, I got you. See, I would have figured it out. All right, so we're almost at 5. We're almost at 6, actually. Pass through 6,000, head for 5. Four minutes to the ads. Hmm. You didn't know who you were. Oh, Mick. uh. Yeah, see, I'd be a bit. I won't lie. I'd be a bit worried about using a Tesla as an Uber. I mean, that's just. Well, I mean, I guess you could be very um, selective as to who you pick up and where you pick them up at, but that's still kind of a. Yeah, I don't know. All right, we're at 5. 20 nautical miles roughly to our destination. Oh, sounds like I'm picking up a something. I can hear the beeping. Dun, 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 dun. But anyway. Ooh, let's get our landing lights on. Alright, seems like we should be lined up right for our runway. Ooh, 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 ooh. Starting to drop some speed here. Don't want to do that exactly just yet. All right. Saying that they got self-driven. I think so. It wouldn't surprise me if that's the case, to be honest. All right, let's go down one more. Let's go down to 4,000 just to be on the safe side. There we go. All right. I think I see a runway. Yeah, that looks like a runway right there. Look at that. Yeah, that's exactly it. I agree with that 100%, Mick. Okay, we're going to snooze the ads. Ads. All right. Oh, yeah, that's our runway right there. Okay, perfect. What's our wind looking like now? A little bit of a crosswind at 6 knots, not too shabby. Looks like we're kind of in a valley, so it looks like we're gonna be. Have you seen the cyber? Yes, I have. I've seen one in real life actually around the area here. Somebody had one. I don't know where. I don't remember where I saw it, but I do remember seeing one recently. I've seen some of the regular Teslas around here. Uh, I don't know where. I'm not sure where there's a Tesla. Yep. I kind of like my dad's Nissan pickup truck. It's pretty nice. Oh, come on. Killing me with these ad things are. Well, we got a little bit left to go. I'm just gonna, well, see, there's like a minute 45. It's like, well, I don't know if we're gonna be on the ground or, yeah, the Ford Raptor, yeah, those are pretty nice. Well, I've tried to time it but it's hard to know, like trying to time everything just right. All right, I'm gonna have to like fire the autopilot. Yeah, I gotta find the runway again. Okay, there it is. Got a little bit of a crosswind. We still got like several nautical miles to go, so we've got a little bit of time. Okay. Hopefully by the time the ads are done, we'll be right back. It is right there. Yeah, there's just enough of crosswind to make it interesting. drop a little bit more altitude. We're still kind of high. Try to come in a little bit flatter here. Ooh, a little bit of a lag. All right, ad should be over with. Am I doing a loop? No, we're just going straight on in. This was trying to slow down and burn off the time. I was going to do a loop, but I wasn't sure about the layout of the land. How tight it might be in the valley or whatever. Alright, here we go. Nice little floaty plane down the runway. Oh, that has to be a fantastic landing. That has to be really good. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Okay, I gotta get the... Let's see. That was nice. Let's see what we got for our landing rate. We got a -8. I greased it. Ha ha! In a frickin' DC-3, I greased it. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. -8. Oh, baby. Yes. Yes. That was fan-frickin-tastic. I love it. Yes. That is not easy to do in this plane. Yes. I love it. To the parking, please. Man. That was fantastic. Couldn't ask for a better landing. That puts me... I only need like 2 more butter landings and I get the achievement. Okay, let's see. Yeah. We're just going to cut across the... Yeah. That's fantastic. We'll just cut through the dirt. It's okay. Yeah. It's surprising how dry it is down here because you figure south of the equator it would be, like really humid and wet, but nope, apparently not. Let's see if we can get a second grease landing. See, there's a few brushes around here. See, it's weird because there's snow up in the mountains. You'd think that this would be far more like lush and, you know. Yeah, that was fantastic. Quite pleased with that. So we're going to park up. We'll shut it off. We'll swap planes real quick. I'm going to take a short break, use the little captain's room, and then we'll do the short flight. That should only take like 30 minutes in the Vertigo. We'll go blazing across the plains of Kansas. That was probably one of my best landings in a. Well, no, I know there was one up in Canada that was really good too, but yeah, that is not easy to do in a DC-3 because the wheels. If you look at the height, I mean, look at all that space. It's really hard to judge where you are over the runway. Looks like our parking spot's going to be over here somewhere. Yeah, that was good. That was real nice. No, I kind of thought this was in a valley, but it's hard to tell sometimes how wide or narrow the area might be. So that if you have to kind of do a pattern entry, come around, then land. Um, but yeah, this worked out rather well. Quite pleased with that. Very happy with my purchase today on the DC-3. It's a fantastic plane. Pilot was a freaking stud. Overall, it was a very satisfactory experience. It's a quality product, and I would buy it again. Too posh. Oh boy, Mick. Chip and cheerio. It was a fantastic flight. I didn't even spill my latte. Buffy, what about you? just held on to my dog Snuggles, and he didn't even bark when we landed. I don't know what to say. Charlie Ho and Chip Chip and all that. Pardon me, stewardess, do you have any Grey Poupon? But of course. All right, let's turn all this off. There we go. Hour 48 in the air. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. For that distance, I like it. All right. Now we're going to go like a bat out of hell. In the Vertigo. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta look at my... Butter King. I only have 2 more grease landings to get that achievement. And I only need 27 more flights in the DC-3, the C-47, or Spitfire to get the Exhibitionist achievement. All right. Let's go here and change planes. Yes. Bathroom break first. Be right back. All right, I'm back. I had to refill my water, and I guess little girl went out. My dad took Apollo for a little ride in the truck. He likes that. Change aircraft. Vertigo. Thank you, Mella. Appreciate it. My favorite livery in the Vertigo. let's do, what is the other flight? KMHK. KMHK. Don't tell Rob but the tissue hanging from. Hey, I might I might need it for luck. You never know. Alright, parking spot right there. Departure. And we're going to KHYS, Hayes Regional. Now let's just see what our KHYS. Oops. On runway, what's the longest? 3-4. Okay, we're gonna come in on 3-4. No, wait, no. 2-2 has a 7 knot head. All right, 2-2 it is. We're gonna come in on 2-2. Arrival. Alrighty, let's do this real quick. How'd you know about that, Mick? You weren't supposed to tell anybody about that. We'll be back next week on the 14th. See what we can do on that. All right, let's get our stuff turned on here. Got to get our fuel flowing. And let's get a notch of flaps. All right, there we go. All started up. And, oh, let's get some altitude dialed in. We're going to go about 5,000 feet. Actually, we'll go to 4. Okay. Let's talk to. We're heading west. Two ones down the other end there. Okay. All right, let's see if we can go for 2 for 2. But you're speeding. driving the plane on the ground like a big jerk. Meh. The cool thing is, we're going to go right over Fort Riley, where I was stationed at a long time ago. I'll even show you how I know, because no one's out to battle G.I. Joe. G.I. Joseph is the code name for the UK's top assassin. He's a mild gamer by day, but by night, he's G.I. Joseph. Taking private Teslas for taxis. Well, he's smoking Camel non-filters. Now, why don't you continue for a west departure? Matter of fact, look at that. There's Fort Riley right there. There it is. There's Fort Riley, and I've been fishing at this lake right here. This is a lake that was created by the Army Corps of Engineers. Right here, there's a dam that the Corps of Engineers built. On this side of the lake is a fishery, but you can fish just on the opposite side of the fish of where the fishery is. And you can I caught walleye fish in that little area right over here. But there we are. The fishery, actually, you can kind of see it, is right, well, right off the left wing tip, kind of, right there. Yep, when I was stationed there, before I got out the Army, me and a couple guys went over here, went fishing one day. It was really nice. It was real nice. All right, I think we can back off throttle just a smidge. Yep, Manhattan, Kansas, that's the college town near Fort Riley. Didn't seem like it always was farther than it really was. I don't know why, but there we go. Because when I did this flight a couple of days, earlier this week, I was like, well, that looks familiar. And then I was like, wait a minute, that's Fort Riley. The running joke at Fort Riley is, what did General Custer say before he left? Don't change anything until I get back. The old post, Fort Riley, is when you get a station there, you go through reception, and it's on the old post of Fort Riley. That's where you go through all their stuff. Yep, it's in Kansas. And let me tell you, in the one winter I spent there was miserable because, as you can tell, there's nothing to block the wind at all. And so when it gets cold and that wind kicks up, it is way colder because of the wind chill factor. Uh, no, because it's gone. It never came back. I don't know. I don't know where. Um, was that supposed to be in like Wichita? I don't remember where that was supposed to be in the movie. I know it was supposed to be in Kansas, but I don't remember where. I'd have to look that up. Hold on. Well, let me get a picture first before I forget. Oh yeah. Up, up. There we go. What does this say right here? Pratt Whitney PT6 Alpha 850 horsepower. Woo wee. And then that should be the right here should be the intake for the turbine, I think. This has got a turbo prop on it. You know, it's weird. They both look the same way at the same time. There we go. I think it was in, yes, 1st Infantry Division. Big Red 1 is stationed there. That is correct. I haven't seen the movie The Big Red One in a very long time. I can't remember the last time I've seen it, actually. Well, there you go. Watch out, mixed learning things. All right, we got 77 nautical miles to go. We're just cooking right along here. I probably should have put a little more fuel in the tank. We're going to be just almost out of fuel when we get there, I think. Yep, Big Red One, the movie. Yep, that's a World War II movie, themed movie. Kind of like, well, you had, what's it called? Dirty Dozen, Guns of Navarone, all those. I think they're all kind of made around about the same time. Let's see. Let me look up Wizard of Oz. $1939. Do 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 do. Oh, it just says rural Kansas. It doesn't give a name of a town. It says somewhere. Hey! Yep, I know, huh? I was just, when I saw it, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. We just did this. And I did it twice. I did it once on my own, and I did it again with Kevin. Just to, to get just to get another flight in. So I just got done with the medium flight, greased it on the DC-3 down there. Really happy with that. That I know that is almost impossible to do in the DC-3. If not, it's not even almost. It is impossible. So quite pleased with that outcome. So I'm hoping for a. So I'm hoping for a repeat. Get one more grease in the books, and then I'll just need one more after that. And yeah, I don't know what happened. Why they need to change their algorithm or something to, if it comes up, it should just go in and change it, say, okay, re-roll it again and try for something different. But yeah, how you doing, Scruff? Everything good? Let me give a shout out to I think that's it. There it is. Yep, you guys if you don't follow Scruffy Town. Yeah, doing okay. Just had some cold weather recently, and matter of fact, I had to take Apollo to the vet yesterday. He was just like not himself, very snappy. Didn't seem like he had any appetite, and I'm like, and he was shivering, like he was sick. Right? He went outside to use the restroom, came back in, and he was just like. So my dad's like, well, I guess you had to take him to the vet, and I'm like, okay. Like, yay me. And it turned out he had his back muscle was sore. Because I scratch his back because he likes that, right? And I was just kind of, and like 2 days ago, like he yelped like I had like squeezed really hard or something. I'm like, whoa, okay, dude. And so he so I had to take him over there. The vet checked him out, and they said no, he's fine. He's just they did kind of like they touched the same area, and he had a pain response to that. So he's got some NSAIDs to take. So he takes that. I'll give him that. He's got 10 days worth. So I'll give him another one tonight before he goes to bed with his other medicine. But boy, yeah, he was just not. But then, like, when we got home, he seemed like he was much better. And so I was kind of kidding with him, like, you faked it because you wanted to go for a ride in the car. I think it's because I put the heated seat on, and he was like, oh, yeah, I feel much better now. Yeah, a little faker. But, yeah, otherwise we're doing fine. Just chugging along. Can't believe it. We're almost at the end of the year already. I don't know where the year went, but yeah. So I just figured because it didn't take long to get down to the Destiny Arturo Merino Benitez International in Chile or Chile. Figured I'd knock out the short one as well just to get that done, and we'll wrap things up. Call it a day. Then I got to figure out what I'm going to eat for lunch. Then I'll probably watch. I was watching Kevin them trucking last night. He's trying to get me to get Truck Simulator ATS, and he said to talk to you because you were skeptical about it. But he said, talk to Scruffy. He'll get you on board. So I'm like, dang, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Mick's done it before. He did ATS and ETS. My only concern. Well, I have a couple concerns, and Kev talked about it a little bit last night in his stream. One is the AI drivers, but he said his take is that it's more down to how you drive in the truck that determines whether or not the AI will act up around you. So I don't know if that's accurate or not, but it seems legit, right? It does. I think there's a distinct possibility that that's a good possibility. But the other thing too is if it's not the AI, it could be very well the people in your own convoy that's causing chaos. So I'm like, I don't know. If I was gonna do it, I would probably have to just do my own thing for a while until I got enough experience. Because convoying, when you join somebody's convoy, you should try to follow the rules, for lack of a better term, and I think Kev has set some pretty standard rules as far as what he expects of the people in his convoy. It doesn't always go according to plan. So I don't know. We'll see. But I still got to get some more stuff for flight simming first, more peripherals that I want to get especially for helicopter stuff. But we'll see. But I like watching it more than I think participating in it. So I like it because I have a laugh when there's a wreck, and there's the typical meltdown and and all that, and so yeah, I'm just I like to watch it more than than participating in it. So, but we'll see. We got a lot to do in Flight Sim 2024 once the patches come in, and so I don't know. I don't know that I could put enough time into both. So I already feel kind of stretched thin as it is. So and we haven't even really delved into 2024 yet. So, but yeah, once I get going in the career mode, I think that's going to be my focus. So we'll see. So you were able to map everything on your Alpha and Bravo Scruff. It just took a little bit of. Did you have to create a whole new profile, start from scratch, and then just put it together yourself, kind of thing? Because I've heard that's what a lot of people have had to do, but I'm not sure. I've heard mixed things. But we'll see what. It was. I didn't. Oh, see, that's my biggest concern is. just trying to, because I tried that and it was just like I couldn't get things to save. But Aerosoft says they're working on an updated driver for the Alpha and Bravo that they're gonna, I guess, send to Microsoft to be put into the sim. I don't know. That hopefully will. Oh, see, yeah. Okay, I know. I recognize this airport. Oh, crap! I gotta call in and tell them we're coming in. Look at that. We just got to talking. 22, por favor. I gotta start slowing down. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say they were struggling with the mapping and all that, and stuff doesn't necessarily um, go according to plan. Oh, your grandson. Hello, grandson. You enjoying your time with Grandpa? I hope so. It's always a good thing. Hanging with Grandpa on a Saturday afternoon, morning ish. All right, let's take a look here. I think what I did before. Oops. Zoomed out. Okay, 2-2 is up here, so I think what I got to do is I need to. Fantastic. All right, let's fly over the airport first, and then we'll come back around and land. I got to get my bearings again. Oh, that's it right there. There's 2-2 right here in front of us, right off the nose. We're not ready quite yet for landing, so we're going to fly over and then zip back around and line up. Central now. I'm just 1 hour behind you. All right, there's our runway. So we're going to come back around here. Too far. Yeah, sorry, Mick. Can't do much about that. At least not at the moment. All right, there we go. If I don't stay in this area for the long term, the only place I need to move to is a place where I have access to a VA hospital, not a clinic. I want a hospital, and preferably access to a military base with a PX and commissary. That's my only two bugaboos. See the long runway. Where did the short runway go? But if I could make a visit over that way one day, I certainly will. Kind of feel like the runway should be like right here somewhere. There it is. Got it. I was like, did I turn too early or turn too late? All right, bit of a headwind. Well, I could see kind of the longer runway of the two, but this one was it's kind of blends in a little bit. All right, here we go. Ooh. Did we do it? Did we do it? Did we get a second one? Survey says 15. We got another grease. We did it. 2 in a row. 2 in a row today. You gotta say that's a good way to end the stream, huh? Yes. Love it. 2 greases in a row. Thank you, Milla. Thank you, Mick. Yeah. That's the way to end things. We'll go find a place to park this little beast. And we'll wrap things up, call it a day. Thank you, Joseph. I try. I don't always make it, but I try. No, that's all I can do. I didn't expect. I was like, man, if I could do 2 in a row, that's a good way to end. But if I not, that's okay. Only thing is, this thing is terrible on the ground in a crosswind. And it's not like it's blowing that hard either. Thank you all for coming in today and hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If not, you can talk to the complaint department. He's right there, Mr. Adams, 23456. That's the complaint department. Whether or not anything happens, well, you know. But you can always send them a complaint. It's just like grass. Yep. It's weird because this is a regional airport, but it doesn't have a tower. So like CRJs fly in and out of here. They're the route that is used or done the most is from here to Denver in a CRJ, but they don't have any kind of a tower here at all. Very strange. I don't know quite what to make of it. Oh, I gotta get a picture of the landing rate before I forget, huh? Did I get a picture of it? I'll do it just to be safe. The ads are about to start, of course. Of course. Spying deer. Okay. That's a rather unique name. Yeah, you would think so. Because when I was looking, I was like, boy, it doesn't seem like there's a place. Like why would they not have a tower to for regional flights? So they must talk to the next major airport from here, wherever that may be. I'm not sure. All right, let's go ahead and shut everything off. Bingo. 25 minutes. Look at that. Fantastic. All right, before the ads get going here, let me wrap things up for the day. Greatly appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will be back next Saturday. I don't know where we will be flying or what, but hopefully it will be exciting, interesting, adventurous, whichever the case may be. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, early Sunday for some folks around the world, wherever you may be. I have been and always shall be your host, pilot, lead singer, and driver of the airplane for Parasox Airline. Today's flight brought to you by Parasox Airline. Just because you have a pair of socks does not mean they have to match. Scruffy Tam still wears mismatched socks on his stream. He'll show you. I swear. He'll just have to ask. You're welcome, Joseph. You're welcome, Amela. Anyway, Parasocks, join. Be amongst the professionals. I will see you next Saturday, 8 Central. Do enjoy your time. Until next time, peace, live long and prosper.